Ready.
What's up, YouTube family, man? It's the host of Seeking Knowledge Podcast, man. It's been a while since I've been on here. Man, I'm sort of, but man, I'm excited because today I have this guest here. I met him in a podcast group. Like this episode is supposed to be happening, but I've been working and grinding. But I finally got my man's in here, my boy, RudeLife, Rude Boy Nasa. Got my
What's
man
happening, G?
here. You
What's
know what?
happening, G?
I'm talking. I'm gonna let my boy RudeLife. Nasa, go on get the floor, man. You got it, brother.
What's up, everybody? This is Rule Life NASA. You can catch me on my Spotify. Catch me on Spotify. The Rule Life NASA Show. Keep it in Wonder and True podcast. You can catch all those on Spotify. And I'm on the network, TV network, Queens Talk TV. I'm just glad to have glad to sit back and conversate with you, bro. How you been?
Man, I've been good, bro, man. Like life is amazing, bro. When I say I did a 180, bro, in life and elevated, I'm with a affiliated marketing company, bro, MDC, My Daily Choice. Man, I love that company, man. Like we promote a lot of health products, bro. I love that company, but I will be releasing my foot book this year. I've been good, bro, but we talking about, bro. This your story, bro. We
Solo.
both came why I started a podcast, bro. So why you start your podcast, bro? What you went through in life, bro, that you feel like it was time for me to be the voice of the people.
All right, so look, so I used to have a job for 15 years, right? So my
Mm-hmm.
job, I was a host at a restaurant. It was a restaurant with people with disabilities, people with cognitive disabilities and physical disabilities. For those who don't know, cognitive means mental disabilities, right? So I had the job at a restaurant. It was called the Positive Vibe Cafe. I started working there when I was 18 years old. So when I stopped working there, it was like 2019, maybe 2019 when COVID hit, because that's when COVID hit around that time, right? So when COVID hit, everything was shut down. So
Yeah.
I didn't have anything to do. So I was kind of going crazy because when you used to working all the time, making your own money, and then it just stops. You get
Mm-hmm.
you get depressed, right? You don't know what to do. You're always in the house because we couldn't leave. We couldn't leave the house for nothing. So I was like, man, I got to figure out something to do. So one day I was watching TV and they were talking about the Anchor app, right? And they were talking
Okay.
about how you can make your own podcast. I was like, well, shoot, I like to talk. So I was like, let me try this stuff out. So
Okay.
I made a couple episodes. It wasn't, just something fun. I was like, okay, just something for me to do. You know what I
Right.
mean? But what really happened was, so around the time when COVID happened, that's what I met my wife, right? So we used to always argue because me and her, we kind of, she is like the complete opposite of me, but she's also like, she balances me out. You know
That's
what I mean? Cause
good.
I go ahead.
I said that's good because you need that balance.
Yeah. Cause cause I'm aggressive, right? I'm an aggressive person. I don't take nothing, right? So she's real. Just relax. I don't even understand why you so high strung. That's how she used to always tell me. Why you always tripping? And you know what I mean? So we used to always argue. I'm talking about not trying to, but it's like when you're in a relationship, sometimes you can talk to people, but they still don't hear you. Which I'm
Yeah.
which means just because you're saying how you feel about a situation or feel about something, your partner still might not be able to hear you because it's like they haven't been through what you've been through. So you know what I mean.
I agree.
So what happened was she was like, "Look, I can't hear you when you're always yelling at me and flipping out on me and all this that and the third." Because I used to flip. I ain't go front. I'm removed from my anger. You know what I'm saying? I don't got a temper like that anymore. But
Good.
I used to flip out. She was like, I can't hear you when you're arguing and when you're tripping. So make a
Right.
pod. So she said, make a podcast about it. I'll listen to it because I can go back and listen to the points you're trying to make, and we'll talk about it then. I said, well, okay, bet. So I got on his side. You know what I'm saying? I made the podcast. I'm going off. You know what? This is what I don't like about relationships. Da 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 da. This and the third. And she was like, "Okay, I hear you now." And believe it or not, me making this podcast was actually therapy for me. You know what I'm saying? And
Really?
it actually helped my relationship because it was a way for me to communicate to her so she can understand. So I've been doing podcasts ever since. And so when I realized, I was like, "Yo, this is actually helping." I was like,
Mm-hmm.
I gotta see where this goes, man.
I
And
feel you.
that's what happened.
And that's good. I like how you said that, like podcasting is like therapy, because that's basically what I did it for. Like it's therapeutic. Don't get me wrong. I like being the voice of the people. I like sharing content. I like inspiring others. But I think life, why I started mine, it was like the things I went through in life. I wanted to like share my story. I want to let people know that it's hope and help out there, no matter what you go through in life. So I was like, I was always, even when I was in the past, even when I did wrong, did negative, I was always a positive person. I always had positive thinking, but I just was wrong. Some fucked up people did some messed up shit. So I was like,
I
yeah,
mean,
yeah. Go
we,
ahead.
we do we do negative we do negative when we're in the environment that we're in or the people that surround us. You know what I'm saying? We always have positive thoughts. Like nobody wants to sit up here and just be like, "Yo, I just want to do reckless shit," unless you just a crazy individual. You feel me? But a lot of us just ain't have no choice. You know what I mean? Because of the environment we were in.
But yeah, and that's a good point you said. A lot of us don't have no choice. So I'm thinking like, I want to make a different choice. Like I want to inspire others. So me doing time and me just going through things in life, I was like, then listen to like different podcasts. It's like ET, the Secrets to Success podcast. Then Nikki and Moose listen to their podcast. And like Gilly the Kid and Wallow $1 billion worth of game. Just listen to like different podcasts and just hearing their story of how they started, it inspired me. I'm gonna use this inspiration. I'm gonna use this inspiration that they gave me, and I'm gonna use my life, and I'm just start becoming the voice of the people. And I just started tapping into my higher conscious, tapping into my myself, like knowing who I am, like, and like we mentioned, bro, I've been doing this for a few months. I'm on 6th season on my audio podcast, bro, and I never wrote nothing down, never script nothing.
Me
I just
either. That's real life. Me either.
because I want people to know like this authentic, and I wanted them to know when y'all heard me speak, it's me. I want y'all to feel me. I want y'all to feel the pain I went through, but I also want y'all to know that it's hope when you maintain through that pain. Turn that pain into purpose. Turn that pain to your passion. So I was like, I'm gonna start a podcast just so I can inspire others, bro. And I'm not boasting or bragging, bro. But I got people in Germany, Indonesia, India, Malta, UK, who
See,
I'm
I'm trying to
inspiring.
get there. I'm trying to get there.
Bro, look, let me tell you something, bro. I was just telling my lady this, bro. Yeah, YouTube, y'all heard that. I'm in a relationship, but I'm not revealing who it is. But
I'm
yes,
married, so it's all good.
finally in a relationship, I'm finally happy. We're gonna throw that out there. But I was just telling her, bro, we're gonna kick the whole trying out our vocabulary and the whole can't try shouldn't be in there. Like, bro, you words are powerful. You should say, I'm about to have some listeners from all over the world, bro. The more you stay consistent, bro, the more you stay consistent, what you like doing, like passionate about, bro, it's gonna come. So I'm thinking like I'm passionate about doing this. I'm passionate about inspiring others. I'm passionate about this podcast. So I just hit the flow running, bro. Like you said, you heard the Anchor app, bro. I'm gonna tell you my story. You heard the Anchor app on the commercial or on the TV. I think you mentioned
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
when I first came to where I'm at, bro. Where I relocated at, I met a guy who had I think he had a podcast. He was from Illinois, and I met him at a hospital because I had to go up there because had a situation at one of the job I was at. So he told we chopped it up. He ended up cutting my hair for a little bit. Then he was telling me about the Anchor app. So you can just do audio. But I've been had the YouTube channel. I just transitioned over to that.
Right.
So he telling me about the Anchor app where it's like audio. I'm like, cool. I put to start the podcast with them. But I was like, you know what? I can't wait. Cause my conscience and my intuition telling me to go now. So bro, I just went like just took off, bro. Let's jump off the porch, bro. Like, you know what? I'm just gonna go. And ever since, bro, I started it. I ain't looked back, bro.
You know what though, bro? It's funny because me and you kind of have similar stories because you say you look at yourself as the voice of the people, right?
Yeah.
So I'm in the wheelchair. I'm not in the wheelchair now. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm at the crib or whatever. But I'm in the wheelchair. What you say?
I say you all good, bro. I say be yourself. We already had that story, bro. You know, I came from that background of home health care.
Right. So for people who don't know, and I'm glad I get to talk about it on this platform right here. I have cerebral palsy. You know what I mean? And when people hear cerebral palsy, they automatically think, oh, you're paralyzed. Oh, you can't do certain things. Oh, this, that, and the third. So I'm showing that just because I have cerebral palsy does not mean I can't do certain things. There's certain things I can't do. There's certain things I do need help with. But I wanted to be the voice of the handicapped. I wanted to be the voice for the people who can't speak. And what I mean to people who can't speak, people who might be scared, people who might, don't know how to, say certain things because they're shy or they're too depressed or they feel like if they say something they're gonna get judged. I don't care if I get judged,
Me
cause
neither.
cause no matter what somebody's gonna say about me, I still gotta live my life in a certain way in a certain direction that I want to live it. So I just I I made this podcast to open people's eyes to spread knowledge. So what happened was I let a couple of my friends hear it because a lot of my friends didn't know I can do podcasts for real. A lot of people knew I could talk, you know what I'm saying, but they didn't know I was serious. So I
Right.
let a couple of my friends hear it, and they was like, "Bro, I let my girl hear your podcast." And she started crying, bro, because she was like, "Finally, somebody understands what I'm going through." You know what I'm saying? Because I
Yeah.
talk about on my podcast, I talk about relationships. I talk about positivity. I talk
Everything.
about yeah, like because you know how they say death is in the tongue, but one thing that's not really in the tongue is positivity. It's so much negativity in this world that
Yeah.
I got to the point where it's just like I'm not gonna speak negative anymore. I'm gonna go this positive route because like I wanna live a long prosperous life. So it's just like you gotta cut certain things out, even if that means your friends, your old habits. You gotta change certain things about yourself.
You got to. 'Cause, and we, like I said, if you don't start changing the way you think, then you don't start changing the people, the places, and the things, you will never get an opportunity, or you will never get, especially if they negative, you will never get
Right,
the opportunity
right.
to fulfill your passion or follow your dream or complete a goal. It's like you gotta have the right people around you. And the reason why I started the podcast, like I said, and bro, I'm gonna give you your flowers right now, bro. Before I even say anything, how you say you want to be the voice of the handicap, bro? That's
Right.
deep. I respect that, bro. And I don't even look at you no different, bro. I still look at you like you just like me, bro.
That's a fact. I appreciate that, bro. I appreciate that. Hey, you know what it is? You have to be around people who look at you as a regular person. You can't be around people. I can't be around somebody that's gonna limit me from doing things. You know what I'm saying? Because sometimes you can sit back and say, you know what? I don't need your help. I got it. But sometimes you got to be able to be like, you know what? I need your help. You gotta put your pride to the side, bro.
Right. You
You know
got
what I'm
to.
saying?
You got to put that pride to the side, like, and with starting a podcast, you got to put your pride to the side. I'm gonna say this because if you want to get the listeners, if you want people to feel what you're saying, you got to be authentic. So you can't be prideful. You got to be authentic, and you gotta. What I mean by being authentic, sometimes you got to tell it how it is. You got to tell a motherfucker how it is. I'm gonna just be real. You got to tell it how it is because sometimes people don't like hearing that watered down stuff. Sometimes people they need to hear the truth. Maybe it is something that'll penetrate them, be like, you know what? I feel what they saying. So that's why I try to be authentic with everything I do. Like I don't care about how they know that I do that. I don't care about all, but I'm still a positive person. I'm not out here robbing nobody. I'm not out here doing nothing to make myself happy. I'm not out here doing nothing negative, not out here robbing, none of that. So it don't matter what I burnt, none of that. That we ain't even talking about that. I'm a positive person. So I started my podcast to inspire others, man. Like let them know it's hope out there. Let them know like it don't matter what you're going through in life. You are not you're not what you're going through. You're not what you're going through. You're not what you went through. But
Right, right, right.
it's up to you if you want to change your thoughts and have a better future. So that's why I inspire. I like my message to penetrate.
Right. And you know another thing that people gotta do? And I'm about to drop some gems right now, bro.
Yeah,
People
drop.
gotta change. People gotta. You have to have the right people around you, the team around you, your friends. You gotta have the right friends around you. Like, so we're all podcasting. So we all probably got teams and people that we work with. You got it. Y'all have to be on the same level, but also you can't have no yes men around you. Cause
Ooh, you hit it. You hit it with that, bro.
yeah, you can't have no yes men around you. Cause like we all not gonna agree. You know what I'm saying? Everybody gonna move different. The one thing I love about my wife, right? Cause like she knew she's completely opposite of me. She's a Libra. I'm a Cancer. You know what I mean? Like she's so laid back and chill. I'm more military time with my stuff. You know what I mean? So like
Yeah,
she I let her listen to some of my stuff, and like she gonna tell me the real spill about it. Like she be like, "No, I don't like that. You need to go back and do that." You know what I'm saying? Cause like I want somebody to tell me the truth instead of lie to me and make it seem like everything is okay. You know
right.
what I mean? I need somebody that's gonna be wanted with me all the time, even if I don't want to hear it. You know what I'm
Exactly. And
saying?
I like how you said that because, like, I'm just gonna touch on two things you said. Number one, I don't have no team when it comes to podcasting. Hopefully, I can get some people there, but right now it's just me rocking solo, and that's fine. But the second thing you said, you was like, dang, what you said. You said about your
No, no, yes, man.
yeah, there you go. Thank you, bro. You know,
You
yes,
already
man. Can't have a bunch of yes men around you or yes women around you. You got to have the team around you to tell you what it is when you slacking or where you lacking, when you knowing you probably be strong in that area or you probably be doing this. So that's how you grow. If you got a bunch of yes men or yes, I mean, we just gonna say yes people around you, got a bunch of yes people around you, you're not really growing because everything you do, whether it's right or wrong, it's always that's good. But you really the light come with the light come with the dark, the negative come with the positive. Sometimes like when you make the mistakes, that's not mistakes, that's lessons. You got to learn from that. So if you can't learn from this because you got a bunch of yes people around you. How can you grow? See, I love how
fact.
this conversation going because this is the stuff I like touching on. I'm gonna speak real. I speak real. I want y'all to know, like, I'm gonna give it to you uncut, raw, whether you like it or you don't like it, but it's gonna be the truth. So that's the reason why I started the podcast because I wanted to inspire people, like the people like you said that don't got no voice. That's shy. And I grew up, bro. I was shy, but now I'm just the voice. I used to be shy growing up, but there's people out there like who's shy, who are scared to voice their opinion. So that's where we come in on the reason why we started the podcast, just to let people know you can voice your opinion. And I like how you said it, because from my knowledge, listen to your story, it's basically when the pandemic hit, or did I say that? But when the
I was about the
hit,
pandemic. Yeah, the pandemic. Yeah,
I ain't when it hit, and it's like your wife is really inspired you. Like I should, and that's good. I'm inspired to do your podcast, and a lot of people, and it's funny. It's now it's not funny you mentioned it, but a lot of people started their entrepreneurship or started a lot of things when COVID came through.
because we have nothing to do. Like you know what I'm saying? Like we have nothing to do. So the funny thing, this what I'm gonna tell. This what I'm gonna tell people. Since we talking about motivation, since we talk about positivity, when you want to better yourself, you gotta change for yourself and not for the people around you. What I mean by this is like, yeah, you want to change for the people around you so they can see you doing better. But if you're
Uh,
not ready or maturely ready to change, it's not going it's not going to work. So you got to change for yourself. And sometimes that might mean you might be at the crib playing the PlayStation with your homies, and you might be like, "Damn, bro, we do this shit every day, bro. We play the video game every day, and we ain't getting no money.
no
Like
money at all.
I want to do something better." Or sometimes, you might get to arguing with your girl. You be like, I'm tired of arguing, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like, what can we do to better the situation? And when you change, especially when you have a partner, when you change, both of y'all got to sit down and be like, this is a commitment right here. You know what I'm saying? The relationship is the home. Remember what you know what I'm saying? The
Yes,
relationship is the home.
it is. That was a
You know
good,
what I
bro.
mean?
That was a fly ass message, bro. The relationship is a home. How you broke it down, how you touched on. Like I said, I like how you said is when you're in a relationship at home, you can't keep running to these hotels and these bars. And what he mean by that when he say relationship is a home, you can't keep running to these hotels and bars. I mean, if you're in a relationship and you committed and you love this person, don't keep trying to run to no side piece, no side dick, no side pussy, none of that. And I'm just
I,
being real.
I've been with my girl for 3 years, and sometimes it's hard. But what's hard is because like you see the same person every day. You know what I mean? Like you gotta get used to that part. But it's also rewarding because I look at it like I'd rather be with you than out here in some bullshit. You know what I mean? Like
Hey, I just
uh,
said that, bro. I just said like I'm not gonna reveal I'm with, but like I said, I'm in a relationship now, bro. And we just had that talk, bro, about I was saying like my like the puzzle or my piece of the puzzle that was missing is complete because like I feel like I'd rather be working on my business and chilling with my lady before I be out here on some dumb, bro. You feel me?
right,
So,
bro, right,
but
bro.
I don't even know. Go ahead, bro.
It's just like people. I feel like, and I'm gonna keep it real with you. I think people in relationships. 'Cause this is one thing I talk about on my podcast. I feel like people give up on relationships because they don't know how to keep it real with one another. Like sometimes when you talk to a female, you keep it real with them, they ready to like, oh, I don't want to hear that, or they're ready to call it quits. Or when it gets hard, because people gotta understand, relationships are hard. There's nothing easy about it. Nothing easy about it. It's 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 fun. It's what I'm saying. It's rewarding. But when you get rewarded something, you get rewarded for your hard work. You don't get rewarded because somebody just gave me an award. No, you get rewarded for your hard work. So
Yeah,
relationships, anything you do, anything you want to work at, it's hard work. It's never gonna be easy. If it's easy, it's not worth having.
I'm telling you this. I like how you said it because a lot of people like with the whole podcast thing, bro. I could have took the easy route, like I mean, when I mean by the easy route, I mean like some copy and paste type shit, biting people at algorithm or they biting they shit. But I was like,
Yeah,
I'm just gonna use the podcast I listen to it to get ideas. I'm gonna get
yeah,
ideas, bro. So I just got to just really tapping into like tapping into my conscience, bro. Like, you know what? I'm about to start this podcast, bro. That's what I'm telling myself. Like, I'm finna start this podcast. I'm finna inspire others, bro. Like I'm inspire others. Like, and bro, I touch on a lot of stuff on my podcast, bro. Why I started, bro, because I speak on life, bro. I wanna let people know, like, you gotta inspire yourself. Sometimes you can't have, like you said, a bunch of yes men. You can't have a bunch of yes people around you. Sometimes you gotta self motivate yourself.
Bro, I made a podcast yesterday, right? Called "You Never Know," and it's like a mental health awareness episode, right? So
Right.
what I did you never know is you never know what a person goes through. You never know if he wakes up and be like, man, fuck this, and you don't want to end it. You know what I'm saying? Because people go through so much stuff now, especially in this day and age. Because you got the internet, you got spoiled people, you got people who feel entitled, you got people who really going through things. So you don't know what a person's going through. So that's why I said never judge anybody who don't have the same story as you, or don't look like you, or don't act like you, because you don't know what it took that person to get where she's at or where he's at. You know what I mean?
And I like that because you was like, don't judge a person, or you never know what they're going through. So that's why I try to inspire, like with podcasting. Why I started this, and thank you for the viewer who's tuning in. Appreciate that. That's why I always try to be consistent, bruh. I be consistent, like, cause you never know what a person going through, and I've been doing it for so long, bro. And I try, like I said, I upload every day at 12. But sometimes if I have a long night, or I do oversleep, but I still wake up and upload something. Because you never know what do nobody going through. Somebody is waiting on that message. And I heard ET speak on this all the time, like about whether you show up or you still gotta show up. You
Mhm.
still gotta put their content out there. No matter if you feel like you're behind, even if you are behind. So I stay consistent, bro. Reason why I started the podcast, bro. It's several reasons, but life and just listening to the podcast what inspired me. But like I said, I consider myself the voice of the people, and you never know what nobody is going through. So I love to be that. Even if for some people I'm that last look, the end of the rope hope. I could be the end of the rope hope, and they hear that like, "Oh, I'm not even for to give up. I'm fine with it." But I
Yo,
started this other.
so like if anybody listens to this episode, right, and they take two things that I say and they take it to the heart, I want them to hear this. If ever you feel like you're not motivated to do something, Jim Jones said this. If ever you feel like you're not motivated to do something, just stay consistent. If you're not motivated, stay consistent, because when you stay consistent, the motivation is gonna come. You know what I'm saying? And as far as the mental health awareness, right? Just because a person smiles in your face and acts like everything's all cool and they're laughing and stuff, does not mean they're not hurting on the inside. You know
That's
what I'm
not
saying?
hurting on the inside. I agree with you, brother.
So you can't. So you gotta. Sometimes it's okay just to be like, "Yo, bro, you good? You okay?" Or sometimes it's just okay to be like, "Hi, how you doing?" You know what I'm saying? Just be positive. It's not so. It's so much negative on the internet, on YouTube. Like, bro, people will videotape you getting beat up, you getting shot, and people will videotape it and not help you to make sure you're okay, but they'll videotape you and watch you die.
That's
And
crazy.
that's real life. People will videotape you and watch you hurt, watch you get abused, and be like world star, but they won't help you.
So that's
And
why people like us to be the hope.
yeah,
And,
like
and when I mean the hope, bro, like I don't just, and when I mean the voice of the people, I want people to hear this. Like when I mean the voice of the people, I'm not just talking about the melanated community. We're gonna get this understanding clear right now. I'm not just talking about the melanated community. When I say the voice of the people, I mean all ethnicities. I mean all walks of. I mean all different walks of life. I
that's a
wanna.
fact.
It don't matter what you're an elder, you're a child, you're a teenager. That's
Cause
our
I'm
strength
not
to inspire others. I mean, to reach everybody. I mean, the voice of the people. I mean, all everybody.
cause I'm not about to lie to you, bro. Like my wife, she's white or whatever. So everybody probably look at me like, why is he going with a white girl? The reason why I went with this white girl, first of all, I love everybody, but she was the one who stood by me when things got hard. She was the one that said, "I'm not gonna give up on you." Like I've been people, people, especially females, because I'm in a wheelchair. Females have given up on me. A lot of females given up on me. A lot of females I've done dirty. I ain't gonna front. I used to be a little hoe back in the day, but
You
she was the
real life,
one.
man,
Yeah,
real life Nasa.
yeah. I used to be a little hoe back in the day. You feel me? But she was the one that made me settle down because I would tell ladies, I'm gonna say something to you. It don't matter how much you love your man knows who he's gonna settle down with. Your man knows who he's gonna be with. So sometimes females can do a lot for their man, but it's just like, nah, I might look at her as a homie. You feel me? But when you're
Yeah.
like, only the man knows, hey, this is the girl that I'm gonna change my whole life for. You know what I'm saying?
Woo! Bro, look, I'm telling you, like I mentioned, like I said, I'm in a relationship, and I just know how I feel about this person, and you know when something real. But man, I know we done chopped it up. We done dropped some good gems, bro. Man, I
Right, that's a
enjoy
fact.
having you on Rule Life NASA. So how can they find your podcast? How can they know about Rule Life NASA? How can they find them on like
All right,
learn
so my podcast, the Keep It on One with True podcast, and the Rule Life NASA Show podcast, that's on Spotify. But if you wanna talk to me, you can holler at me on Instagram, Rule Life period NASA, or Twitter, Rule Life underscore NASA. I'm on Facebook, Rude Life NASA. So if anybody wants to talk to me, what's the motivation, just wants to chop it up, you can hit me on the social medias. But you definitely can follow my podcast on Spotify. I got a YouTube channel. I got my YouTube channel is Rude Life NASA, and I got a team YouTube, which is DCE Network. So you guys can follow me there. A lot of my podcasts with me on YouTube if you don't have Spotify. So don't worry, I got you.
He got you. Say, don't worry about. He got you covered like all state assurance. But thank y'all
Yeah,
for viewing in. Thank to the one person that viewed in. You know, I'm do it regardless whether you listen or not. But thank y'all. If y'all watch this on replay, comment, like, share. Thank y'all for tuning in, man. Appreciate y'all. I do it for y'all.
peace.